A routine that will stand up to humid weather like the beautiful city of Merida. A routine that can withstand the rainy days in Mexico City. It was sunny, then it rained, then I danced, then I put on a ponytail, then I took it off, then I fell asleep, woke up, did cardio, took off the ponytail, released it, shook it, and the curls were still intact. And then I still had the luxury of recording 2 little updos, loose, yes, but the curls were still there. The curls were still there, and of course I shared my excitement on Instagram stories, and they told me, hey, share the story please, don't just tell us about it. And of course I recorded it in this version, you know, quick, but I know that we like the calm, the explanation, the step by step, the small talk, the blabber, so I come here calmly, without haste, and very happy to share it. What do you think if before you start, you subscribe, click on the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos and have a spectacular relationship with your curls and waves? Hello, my beautiful people, how are you? How are you doing? Hey, I am very happy, I am excited, I love that we have a whole book, a range of routines for all occasions, for all climates. If I go to Merida and it is humid, if I go to Acapulco and it is hot but drier, Mexico City in spring, in summer, for the cold. And this time I bring a routine that I really love, because first I tried it here with the humidity, we are already in the rainy season, and then I tried it in the beautiful city of Merida, by the way. It is beautiful. If you do not know it, I highly recommend it. And it worked very well. And it also happened to be a day when first it was hot, and then we went to the pyramid of Chichen Itza, and it started to rain, and I thought, what do I do now? My hair was almost dry, so I put a handkerchief on it, and then I took the handkerchief off and shook it a little bit and let it continue drying. And for the night, look how beautiful, of course. I did not use the diffuser because I was on vacation, right? So I tried to make it practical, and let's go for a walk. So here is the step by step. The hair has to be very wet. Let's see. Okay, and what I did was the following. Maybe it could seem like a lot of steps or a lot of products if you have low density or your hair is easily saturated. Then here I give you 2 options. One is that you put just a little bit of each of the products that I'm putting, or that you put only Cativa or only Smoothie, okay? Then just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, and I discovered a new technique like this. There, and then we distribute it on both sides. Did you see how I started? First on the root part, and then we are going to distribute it there, okay? Let me step back a little so you can see it. What are the benefits of Cativa? Cativa doesn't have glycerin, so it doesn't attract humidity, okay? It will give us more definition, more strength, the wave, the curl will be more beautiful, and it is really very light. This one does have glycerin in its 4th ingredient, however, it is very oily, it is very moisturizing, it also has protein, so well, the hair is very nice. When I tried it, I thought it might be too much. But now then, a little bit for each side, okay? Remember that I have longer hair and I have a reasonable amount, so the amount will depend on the length, thickness and amount of hair you have, and then the same amount for the other side. You activate it, you distribute it in your little hands. And then it works a lot for me to do like this, so that it is distributed very well in the whole hair. You could, for example, just scrunch it, well, distribute it very well if you feel it is drying out. Remember that it is always a good idea to moisturize a little bit more, to have a cooler, prettier definition, much less frizz. Okay, so here you could do praying hands. A lot of scrunch, and move on to the fixative, to the 2 fixatives that we are going to use if you like more volume and less definition. But I want to show you exactly what I did that day. Let's start by parting the hair. Remember that humidity makes all the difference, and then make sure it's well disentangled. Here I'm going to pass the brush. And there, by strands, I'll run the brush through for better control. Okay, look how nice. There. Let's do this other one. Look, this one is not so wet and I want you to see the difference. Well, yes, it is well marked, but here it is marked more closely. See? And don't worry, the truth is that it doesn't take long. Once you get the hang of the technique, which by the way, in other videos, I showed you how to use each of the brushes. I am using the Cantu brush. But you can use whatever you like, your favorite brush, or just fingers, praying hands tightly, and scrunch. So, like this on the whole mane. And now I'll tell you what's next. Okay, we've already passed the brush all over the hair, so we're going to do a little scrunch. We love the sound of the scrunch. And here comes what I consider to be the key for a humid climate to maintain the curl. It doesn't matter if it rains. Let's put a little gel first, okay? I am using the Dippity Doo gel. I like it because it is light. Then use an amount like this. And remember, we start at the ends and work our way up. Patience and practice. For the other side. Okay. Another little scrunch so that the gel is absorbed in our hair. And then, it's just that these second two steps are key. I mean, I tell you, you can modify and put only Cativa or put only your activator, enhancer or styling cream. I take this opportunity to say that if you put curl activator, that you no longer put cream, okay? But what is key is the styling gel. What is key to make the routine foolproof with humidity is to use two fixers. So now we are going to put in a fairly reasonable amount of Marc Anthony mousse. No shame. Maybe if you have another gel and another mousse, I think it could also work for them. And here we are going to do like this so that it absorbs very well. Humidity is not going to defeat us. No, no, no. I love it because this routine is guaranteed. Then what did I do? Then I put a plopping. And I'm going to put it on the side of the microfiber towel so that it absorbs better. So here I'm going to put it like this. Since we already have the styling, we protect it here. We tie up like this. Obviously not too tight. We tied the little part in the back there and I left it there for 20 minutes while we prepared what we were going to take. You know, sunscreen, change of clothes, flip-flops, this and that. And then I took it off. I'll be back in 20 minutes to show you what I did when I took off the plopping because it's also key. There, it's 20 minutes later. I've even taken off my robe. I kind of said, it's not necessary anymore. My hair doesn't drip anymore. Then 20 minutes after I get ready. If you're at home, so while you're getting dressed, putting on your makeup, maybe you have some breakfast. And then I removed the plopping. And this step I did was risky because of the humid weather, but it worked very well. So I still removed the excess humidity. With cotton side, it's called micro plopping, isn't it? When we do the scrunch with the fabric side. I let it settle. Let's see. My hair tends to settle on the side. Okay, there it is. And this step made all the difference too. So with our gel, we're going to put another layer on. Yeah, watch how I do it. We put another layer on the other side. Stroking. Stroking. There it is! And that's all I did. In beautiful Merida, I left it to dry. I didn't touch it, it was drying very well. I share with you bits and pieces of that day. It finished drying in Chichen Itza, and on the way back, I broke the hard layer. And it looked like this, as in the video. It looked super, super nice. I mean, I think that if it hadn't rained that day, it would have dried faster, because it took about 5 or 6 hours. but I repeat, it rained a little bit, but it held up very well. Now, I first tried this routine here in Mexico City super well. On Monday when we arrived, I tried it again. Here in Mexico City, I let it dry in the open air super well. I mean, look at the stories of that day and the stories of the day before impressive. But since I want to show you the result today, yes, today I am going to lean on the diffuser and come and show you how it went. I won't be long. Ready, beautiful people, it's dry. Yes, I know it looks wet. It looks like wet. Look, why? Here's another trick to control frizz and maintain definition on humid days. Don't break the cast. I mean, it's okay to do it a little bit if it's drying with the diffuser and you've lost the hold. Feel free to put another layer of gel. Why? Because the humidity in the environment alone will break down the cast. I mean, this cast won't last more than 3 hours, and I'm exaggerating. So if we break the cast plus the humidity in the environment, frizz for sure. So I'll sign you once and for all that you will have freeze, so don't break it. Let it break by itself. The result is this. See if you can see it is shiny. It's defined, it has movement. I mean, it's not stiff even though you've used 2 hairsprays and you forget about the hair. I mean, that's no longer a worry. What do I do if it rains and I'm walking down the street? I mean, you cover your hair, that's it. Or also in our little store, we have raincoats with a silk-lined cap. So you can put it on, take it off, and that's not a problem. So, well, you protect your hair and you protect your clothes too. 2 in 1, all at once. And that's it. There we have our routine. It's cool, isn't it? It's amazing. I mean, no, I live in a very humid climate. I'm getting worried. What do I do? We're not going to get worried. You don't exactly have access to these products? Don't worry. Look for substitutes. That is a very light leave-in, but that gives you protein A, thicker cream that gives you oils and maybe another touch of protein. A gel, you can even use the extreme, for example, a foam or mousse, whatever you call it. Again, your own gel. If you don't have a towel like that for plopping, you can use a cotton t-shirt. You can use a microfiber towel, the brush that suits you best, or your fingers, and scrunch, 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 and that's it. Now, if you want exactly the same products, well, we have in our store this kit that is called Infallible Anti-Humidity Kit, because it really is infallible. The name is not wrong. The name does not lie. You can find it directly and nothing else. I hope it really works for you as much as it did for me. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, here it looks dark. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But let's say you do this routine early and you go out in the morning, and by 2 o'clock in the afternoon you don't have cast, but you have definition and you have shine in your hair. And if at night you go dancing and you're afraid that your curls will fall apart, wet your hands a little bit and put a little bit of gel on them. Here it doesn't have to be undone. I even told you the other day that I went to sleep, woke up, trained, and everything was still in its place. It gives me great pleasure to be able to share with you, but it gives me even more pleasure that you are here with me, accompanying me, listening to me, and even more pleasure that way. But it is already an exaggerated pleasure that surpasses me is when you share with me on my Instagram that here I am going to leave you the beautiful results you obtained that really fills me with joy. I am also going to leave you my TikTok. We are there doing reactions. I think they are fun and they are also very empathetic, right? Because then they also share stories with me where they were made to look bad at some job because of their hair, right? So it's nice to be able to react to this and for the community to keep growing, isn't it? And that we all understand each other together. So, well, here I leave you my social networks so that we can be very close as we like. I leave you many kisses, a big hug. Don't forget that I love you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.